Hey everyone, what's going on? Today we're going to be doing a makeover on this vintage wooden trunk. We were originally thinking about painting it, but after seeing the really cool writing and the nice wood on it, we decided to keep it all wood and just hemp oil over the whole thing to bring out some of that beauty and just to keep that kind of unique writing on there. So it's a pretty simple thing we did, but we were able to give it new life and turn it into something really cool. So the first thing I do is remove all of the old fabric remnants and pull as many of the little nails out as I can. And now I'm going to put bun feet on this. I'm going to stain it a dark walnut first, so that way when we paint over it and distress down, the undercolor should match the trunk pretty well and it won't be a very noticeable difference. And I'm staining them ahead of time just so they have time to dry. And then I'm going to go back and remove the existing casters that are on the bottom of this. And now I'm going to tighten up some of the boards and shoot a few finish nails in there just to hold it fast. I tried just hitting them in with a hammer and the boards kept bouncing back out. So obviously it wasn't going to stay tight. So I'm doing this just to kind of sure it up and make sure those boards stay nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I hit in all the nail heads that are out. And now I'm going to go ahead and paint over the stained bun feet. I'm going to use this old jar of coal black that I have. So if you notice, it's pretty lumpy because it's just remnants we've had sitting around. So I'm going to use that up on the feet. And then go ahead and give them a nice distressing and distress down to some of that darker stained wood underneath. Because we kind of wanted these to blend in with the writing that was on the chest. So it kind of matches a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove these lag screws that are in here. We're not going to use them. I don't really need them. So I'm just going to get rid of those. And then I'm going to attach the bun feet. I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice layer of glue in there just to get a good hold. And then I'm going to tack it fast with some finish nails just so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to come back later with a screw. Now if you notice here, it's a little bit off level, so for this back leg I had to cut a disc out and kind of shim it out a little bit. And I'm just taking a torch to burn the edges a little bit so it blends with in between the wood and that black foot, just so it's kind of a better transition piece rather than painting it. Now I'm going to go back with these screws and put one down through the inside into each foot just to give it extra hold. And you always want to make sure you pre-drill so you don't crack your wood. And I'm just going to go back over a lot of these spots where I've removed nails, where it's rough and splinters are kind of sticking out. I'm going to go over and sand those down. And then I'm going to add this chain here, just because the lid is loose to flop back, so I'm going to add a chain so it kind of can only go so far, but yet stay open. just to give it a little extra character and use. And now I'm going to go ahead and hemp oil the entire thing, the inside and the outside. Now if you notice here, I'm using a brush. I like to use a rag, but on old wood like this, a rag is tougher to use because you'll kind of rip it on all of the little splinters and grains that are sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead and slop it on with a brush. And since we're hemp oiling this whole thing, you know, you don't have to be real clean with it. You'll notice that it's kind of splattering all over. It doesn't really matter because we're going to come back and wipe the excess off. So you don't have to be real perfect with it or careful. And we're also going to hemp oil over the bun feet that we painted in the Fusion Coal Black, just to seal them up as well. Then I'm going to go back over and wipe off the excess. I let this soak in for a little bit. You want to let it kind of soak in for a few minutes and then go back and wipe off all that excess. So that's it, and I think it turned out really nice. The hemp oil really darkened up that wood and gave it a nice rich look. And the bun feet really give it a nice touch as well, and it almost has an industrial feel to it. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out some of our other makeover videos.